Hello everyone. Welcome to a new video. This isn't a script or anything. I'm just going to talk about something that is sort of important to me. Um, I just have Minecraft playing in the background just 'cause attention rate and all that jazz. Um, but basically there was there is this website called Quotev, and there's a lot that happened on that website while I was like probably too young for the internet, let's say. And so there's a lot of things that happened that I kind of just want to talk about because it wasn't very, let's just say it wasn't the best kind of thing for me to be growing up on. Um, I'll put a list of triggers and possible things that could hurt someone by watching this video. If that's something you don't want to watch, it's okay. Just skip and watch another video. But um, we should start out by talking a little bit about what my little thing was. Like, I had an account on Quotev, and right now it is called the same thing as my YouTube channel, just Inkbell Goldwing, but the original name for it was Golden Chica and Sprinkles the Cat. So, if you guys recognize that name, that I don't know what to say to that, honestly. um, I should probably rewrite some of the stuff that I have on my bio and stuff because the website's still up. I was just thinking now that they got rid of um the whole private messaging people on there, it might be a decent time to talk about some of my experiences on the website. Um, One of the first things I want to say is that some of my old content, like, it was really ridiculous. I'm just on my phone looking at it. And the first quiz that I ever published was back on June 7th, 2018. And it's called What Does Bendy Think of You? And for some reason, my child brain decided that saying, if Bendy doesn't like you or if you're rude to him in this like weird universe thing, um, that I would harm someone, which is absolutely ridiculous. What the hell was I thinking? Um, and then it's followed up by which Spring Brother will protect you. So, like, Golden Freddy and Spring Bonnie. Which Harry Potter character do you relate to? On and on and on. And it, I honestly kept just posting and posting, um, until a few of my quizzes got a lot of attention. Um, one of my, I'm just gonna sort my stuff by popularity real quick. And my most popular quiz ever was Who is your creepypasta boyfriend? And then there's the fandom sleepover I did. And then what does Spring Bonnie think of you? All of these things are old and kind of cringy, but if I just like kept making cringe quizzes and that was the end of it, I wouldn't be making this video. Because while I loved being able to talk with people on there, there was some problems, let's say. Now, I wish I had all the screenshots of all of the conversations I had because I was not told that the messages were going away. So I didn't get a chance to archive them, which kind of sucks because there's a lot of really bad things that I had said to me back then. Um, Mind you, they were around my age, like these people, so it wasn't exactly grooming, but it was still really messed up of uh, the people that I talked to speak the way that they did. Um, I don't want to send hate to anyone, and if I know that a person is, I'm just not gonna say names, because not even just that, I know that they were usernames, but I don't want to send anyone hate, and whenever I could, there's only one person that I really still have contact with that I could really ask for permission to share like specific screenshots just cuz they were a really good friend and I don't want to uh put their personal business out on the internet without permission. And it was only for a specific screenshot or a couple of them that told me some stuff about someone behind the scenes that I talked with. I'm going to get into some of that now. So, from the start, I used Quotev. I remember going onto Google and searching up stuff about Bendy and the Ink Machine, like just because I loved that series whilst I was really young. And then I got on to random quiz sites, and then eventually I found Quotev. So then I made an account because it was one of the better quiz apps, in my opinion. And I made that one quiz. I'll probably decide to go through and play all those quizzes in another video, but not right now. Um, and so when my quizzes started getting popular, people would leave comments under my quizzes, like nice silly stuff, starting role plays and stuff. And one of these people were like a really, really amazing person. I don't want to name them because uh sadly they did pass away a long while ago. They weren't they were like my age when it happened. I don't want to get into what happened, but they were a really good friend and basically uh we just would they commented on which was it? I believe it was the fandom sleepover because this person really really loved Bendy and the Ink Machine the same way I did. And they started a role play in the comment section, and because I was me, I would reply to every single comment, and we would role play every now and again. And this, I wish their account hadn't been deleted because I believe it was like a couple thousand like comments. I can see if I can find basically. Hmm. I can't find it. That's upsetting. So, um, sorry. Uh, we would talk for a long time, and I think it was like, um, sorry, just pulling up the receipts now on because I would post to my journal about certain things, and sometimes I could find. If I just go through it here. Actually, was it activity? No. Hmm. I don't know why I'm going so hard to try and find this, but basically, um, yeah, it was 2020 when this person, well, their family made it aware to me that the person had passed. Um, but basically, I didn't know what to do, and it kind of just made me take. I don't even know how to explain it. I just couldn't really handle it. I never did any like harm to myself, but I remember feeling like I had failed them for not being there more often. So I things like that when they happen are really bad. And I there's not really a point I'm trying to make here. I just when something bad happens to a friend online, e- they were an American, so I physically could not go see them and check on them. The only contact I had with them were through Quotev. And while sometimes that's pretty okay, um, sometimes I just wish I had this ability to do a little bit more. Maybe because I really cared about this person and them getting hurt and passing was a big thing in my life. But there were other people that I've met on that website that didn't create that much of a problem. Or not problem. That was never a problem. That was her needing a little bit of help sometimes. Um, but there was another person on there that I was really good friends with, and they just don't really come onto the website anymore, and I even if they did, they would need to leave a comment for me to know that they're on the website because of the messages going away, but it would have been nice to um, be able to talk to. Like, just message them and be able to see if they'd ever respond, but That's fine. Um, and then there is my friend that I am still in contact with. I don't want to go into too much of a depth about our relationship, but we did get um involved for a little while, and they were an amazing person. Even if I were to like say who they were, I would really recommend checking them out and not like sending them hate because they are amazing and hilarious, and they're just amazing in every way. Love them to death. They're honestly one of the funniest people I've met. And sadly, I can't just keep talking about the people that made Quotev like one of my favorite memories because there is a couple things that really makes this a kind of hard video for me to make. Um, I don't want anyone to send this person hate, so I'm not gonna say names. But I can't remember where exactly they commented and got their first interaction with me, but I remember specifically that they wanted to do a role play. And that was like the main thing I did with people in messages. If I wasn't making quizzes, I was role playing with someone in the comments or someone in private messages. And Quotev had two different types of DMs. The um just it's kind of like messages where you can just quickly just keep the messages going, you can edit them, whatever. And then the other were like a quick like message that gets deleted in like in the certain amount of messages. But um the problem with that was after I had realized kind of like the problem with that stuff is that I couldn't go back and screenshot anything. Um I'm just going to tell this story from the start to finish because in reality I can't really like explain any of this without you guys knowing the full story. They started a role play with me, and my character, Golden Chica at the time, she was getting uh domestic. Is it I can't remember the thing, but she was getting hurt by her partner, which for some reason was Golden Freddy. I don't ask me why. This was just a weird universe that I had going on where they were all adults and they were people but not children. I It was weird. As evidenced by my old gacha posts. I still have those on Instagram, but this person's character, um, they basically came in and beat the ever living crap out of Golden Freddy for doing that. And then when Golden Freddy, I think he shot like this person. I can't remember specifically, but I remember their character died and then randomly came back, which was kind of normal for role plays that I did at the time where characters would die and then come back. It was kind of odd. And that's basically all I really remember about that role play. But I remember that they that person did come back and message in private DMs, like the ones that you can save and like read through again. Well, I can't now because even if they didn't take away the messages and delete all the messages, um his account got banned. I have no idea why. It was like something like he said that people were tagging him in some comment section or something. I just can't remember. But now I kind of suspect that something was up and that's why that happened, but I have no ways of telling. Um and in that role play, I remember that my character and his character got together and his character kept trying to be um sexual with Golden Chica, and I didn't really feel all that comfortable, and I would let kissing go because that didn't really feel wrong. It just felt like it, I don't know, it just didn't feel weird for kissing to happen in a partnership, but um then the uh Freddy Fazbear Pizza was put out of business in the role play, and his character bought all the animatronics. And aside from the pretty obvious, like, um, weird feelings that kind of brings with the power imbalance in that relationship, um, it got to a point where his character would not would refuse to um let my character say no to doing dirty things with him, with his. And it got to the point where his character um, took a gun and faked trying to shoot himself. And that, that, I don't even, I don't even know what to say to it. Like, how could someone think that was a good route for his character to take? Because I obviously was not comfortable with doing a role play like that. And if someone's not comfortable with that, why force them? Um, I agreed when his character did that to let him do that with the toy Chica. And it basically just escalated until if I said not right now to something like something dirty in the role play, he would not respond until I said it's a good time now for it. And it was kind of just, I don't know how to explain it. I was kind of annoyed and just a little bit upset that this was happening because obviously you don't want to um, have to pause your role play while you're in the middle of it because someone wants to do something dirty and your character is not ready for that. And of course, my character just didn't, after I had let that start happening with my character, I just couldn't look at her the same. Like, I had this really amazing gacha design of this character that I absolutely loved. And because of how I felt about her when she kept getting sexualized like that, I just hated looking at her design. So I had to redesign her entire thing. And I felt really uncomfortable looking at the old version of my character because it felt like she's just an object for pleasure. It, I there's nothing to say that what my character and I had experience on that website is worse than what actual assault survivors deal with. But after that, it just made me hate people that do that to real people even more because I literally couldn't look at my character the same after that. It felt so wrong. So while I know that I'm not a victim of actual assault, I can see where a lot of people um, talk about how they couldn't really look at themselves in the mirror and all that kind of stuff. Um, and it apparently only the situation only really got worse because when my um, ex-partner got um, became friends with them and we lost communication a little bit. Apparently there's some stuff that happened and they did a lot of role plays, and I'm not going to go into what they experienced because that's their story to tell if they want to tell it. But I have screenshots of the conversation that they shared with me that, well, not screenshots of exactly what this person had said to them, but I have screenshots of what this guy was doing with role plays um, behind the scenes. Um, this person said, "Alright, so I can just skip to the part thing. Like how it felt like it was unfair to me. I do know he wanted us to use one of your OCs, which I told him I want. I'm assuming that meant wasn't okay with doing without your permission. Not to mention she was one of your kid OCs. So that was weird. He told me it was alright and we'll just age her up and how you two did that all the time. I still told him no, and he tried to convince me. I caved in. It didn't feel right. The NSFW roleplay got to a point where I ended up ghosting and blocking him. Um, basically, I had. I'm just gonna go off topic real so quick and talk about the family dynamic real quick. So we had um my OCs got a little bit messy with the timelining because I changed them around quite a bit. And we have the mother Julia, the father Jackson, I believe. And then the eldest is Golden Chica. Um, I believe then it would be, well, this wasn't the original name, but S. She is, um, her original name is Shadow, but because I was role playing with the first person I talked about a lot, and they had a character named Shadow, I decided that I'd rather call my character S. Um, and then there is Golden Wolf, which has another layer of what it to him, just because apparently one of my in real life friends had a character named Golden Wolf before I did. But Golden Wolf in my OCs are is a child animatronic that just happens to be a golden wolf because he takes over after his father. And then there is Sprinkles, the cat. Um, just a little tuxedo kitty animatronic girl. I don't know how to explain that one to you. If I think I think she was adopted or something, or I just can't remember specifically why she was a cat when all of the other characters were either wolves or chickens. Um, but um, I'm assuming based off of context that the only adults in the family were Jackson, Julia, and Golden Chica. So those would have been the only characters where, with permission, I would have been okay with NSFW. But only when it's like completely my consent on certain situations and all that stuff. Because obviously, you know your characters the best, and if a character would say no to a certain someone or in a certain situation, then you would know that better than some random guy on the internet that thirsts for your characters. Um, I'm assuming, based off of context, that S is the one that um, was sexualized. Because in our personal role plays, for a long while, S was an adult. But because I decided that since S was a child when they like died, that S would be a child. There's a whole lore. I might make a video on the entire lore of my old characters, but that's for another thing. Um, so I was really uncomfortable when I heard this because when you have a character, if you choose to age them up for a specific scenario, that's perfectly fine. If it's like a future scenario where it's the future and all of your characters are aged up. But I'm assuming that it's not in the future. And plus, in the canon, S would technically know him. And that would mean that this it would count as grooming. And that made me feel incredibly uncomfortable to hear because obviously don't groom a child. That's disgusting. Why would you want to age up a character just so you can do NSFW with it? But obviously, since I don't have copies of whatever happened between those two people, I don't know exactly what they did. And I honestly trust my friend because they explained to me exactly what they felt and everything that was going on. And honestly, they always seemed more trustworthy to me. I, of course, I've had moments when I or trusted this person, but um, it always felt kind of like they wanted something that I could give them instead of um just being friends and hanging out. Um, And hearing all this stuff about this person, it, I'm just really uncomfortable with all this. And I'm just looking through the screenshots I have, and like I'm just hoping that I can talk about this and not be seen as someone that is trying to make fun of or disregard people's stories. That's the last thing I want. If you're a victim of something of this, please, if someone's treating you this way, please do not stick with them. That's honestly the last thing you should be doing. Focus on your mental health, and if someone's genuinely bad for you, I understand if it's a tough situation, like family or friends, like doing something like this to you. But if you can cut someone off that's doing this stuff to you, please do. I'm probably going to have a personal talk with the person that did most of this to me and let them know that I'd rather not have contact with them anymore. But please just don't take this the wrong way. I know this was a heavier video, and thank you if you stuck all the way through it. Um, I hope you have a great day. Um, there's a lot of good in the world, even if most of it feels like mostly bad. But I hope this video can at least help you um, find something to smile about today. Bye. Anyways, I hope you guys are having a great day. And um, I know this was a heavy topic, but I'm really glad that you guys stuck around to the end to listen to this. This was a rough video to make, but if it helps someone feel like they can talk about their struggles, then it's worth it in my books. I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and love you guys. Bye.